Contact Us feature is a feature that allows your guests to communicate with you about things that they might have a question about. It'll show up as a button on the GuestView guide that they can click on. They can select from multiple topics. So let's say they have a question about housekeeping. They can select from the housekeeping topic, and that will send you a text message and or an email with their number so that you can respond to them and answer their question. So this new update has added a bunch of new features into the Contact Us feature. And so prior to this update, we had a limit of only 7 topics. We've now removed that limit, and you can have an unlimited number of topics. We've also added support for multiple emails or numbers. This was a very requested feature that would allow you to directly send the email or the text message to the contact that you want. So let's say you had a plumbing issue, and a guest wanted to reach out to you about a plumbing issue. They could select the plumbing topic, and when that message is sent to you, it will go directly to your plumbing contact, so that it doesn't need to go to just one single contact number. You can now have multiple contact numbers. And I'll show you how that works a little bit later when we get into the demo. We've also added a keyboard for the guests. They can enter some context about what the issue is that they're having. So this is the first time we have a keyboard in GuestView Guide, and we're rather excited about the possibilities this opens up. When the guest has that plumbing issue, they can now tell you that it's the kitchen sink that has a plumbing issue, and so you have a little bit more context when you go and you connect with the guest in your homes. We've also, if you choose not to use this feature, the requests feature, we've added a section for the Contact Us that is a full page, free-form page that you can put in rich text, such as bullet points. You can put in underline, italics, those kinds of things. And you have a lot more characters in order to put in a description about how a guest can contact you. And that is in the event that you're not using this request feature that I'll show you here a little bit later. So now I'm going to show you a demo about how to use it. So now I'm going to show you a demo of how to use the Contact Us feature and how to use some of these new features as part of that update that we recently did. So the Contact Us is featured in the multi-property content section, and it is down here in the main property details section. I have a lot of ones in my demo, but you can see here, I can come in, I can create a new one, or I can edit my default. Editing the default just means that I'll have, this is the one that goes on. If I create a new property, this is the one that automatically goes on to that new property. So there's several different features I'll show you here in terms of allowing requests. Now, if I turn off the requests feature, I have this rich text section here where I can now add a whole bunch more content than I ever could in the past. I can instruct people, connect with plumbing, and put in a number, and they can connect directly with that plumbing. And you can have you can put in as many pieces of content here as you want. So if you have this feature, if you don't wish to use our request feature, you have a lot more space to put in a description of how your guests can contact you. If you do want to use the request feature, we've added a whole lot of new features, such as, so if you are going to use our request feature, you can now add multiple contact numbers and assign those to topics. So in this case, I have set this up so that all of my topics are going directly to me. And I can change that if I have a plumbing that I want to go directly to the plumber. If a guest has a comment about the plumbing, I can remove that from my section and I can add that in. I can add another contact called the plumber. And I can put in the number directly for the plumber so that the plumber will receive, in this case, a text message from the guest saying, this is the issue that I have. I have an issue at, my property. It'll have the property name in there, as well as that the guest has an issue with plumbing. So I'll put in plumbing here. Put in the icon for the plumbing. And so now you can see here, I've got multiple, when the guest comes in here and they click on housekeeping, it'll go directly to my email. When the guest has an issue with plumbing, it will go to this text message directly to the plumber. So that is now our new Contact Us feature. Connect with us if you have any questions.